Welcome to Friday Night D&D with DM Kalsto.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. I think a few of us are still AFK, but the important people are here. So, anyone got anything fun going on? Or we want to get right into it, or we want to wait for Deft?
I'm finishing up my coffee and then I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess we'll pick up there then. So, last time, our wonderful party had teleported away. Ari trying to teleport out, unfortunately not working out. Theris coming in with his recall back to his home. And as they noticed, Solomon was not among them. So we got to see how that went down, and Solomon actually did fairly well, held his own, and seemingly through random luck was able to overcome the Maestro with the help of Tess, if you can really call that help. How much damage did you take in help there, Slumber?
I am at almost 25% health.
So that much help. Thankfully, seemingly with nowhere to go and luck not going in his favor, Tess rotating between these two different personalities, and at some point between Solomon, you heard a knocking on the door. Bam, bam, bam. And then finally, after another round, you saw standing Patrick, seemingly also still behind. You guys were able to kind of slowly assess the situation as Tess seemingly cast a spell and disappeared, teleported. Not really certain. You guys took your opportunity to exit. Patrick also warning the guards of what he had discovered on his long 1,000-foot trek up a random tunnel. You kind of gave all the information you had on hand, what had happened, let them know that your party was not with you. Kind of felt a little bad for you. The rest of you... Oh, welcome back. We just got to you guys. The rest of you had recovered at Theris's house. Kind of did a little check-in, sent some messages to Solomon. Attempted to look at the lantern that Deft had taken from the crypt tomb, whatever we want to call it, where Slumber had remained. And as you went to go, you couldn't really figure out much about it. You kind of prepped for the next morning to do some higher level, like legend lore type spells. But more or less having a peaceful evening other than that. Unfortunately, it was short-lived, as the following morning, Deft and Baron had noticed sounds in the distance of the town. Upon investigating, smoke rising from the town, screams, and the roar of a dragon. As you roused the rest of the party, you quickly did discern that somehow Tess had located where you guys were and possibly was teleporting to you or in the general area and got stuck in the teleportation anchor that Theris and Allie had kind of designed. But unfortunately, it seemed she was in dragon form and attacking the town. You guys kind of quickly came up with a plan. Went to go engage. Theris actually pulling off some pretty impressive feats. Chain's not working out so much to bind her, but he was able to ride that dragon all the way to the ground as its wing had been damaged by a third party. Seemingly, Deft's message to his old compatriot was persuasive enough and had showed up to actually lend a hand. Unfortunately, he showed up to lend a hand. You got stuck between a very hard individual and a friend that was currently trying to kill you. After some quick maneuvering, it seemed Tess did manage to escape, very injured. Almosh quickly teleported after her, and the rest of you tried to figure out what the hell was going on and where they went to, unsuccessfully so far. So, with your party to pick up, and possibly a dragon to find, what do you guys want to do?
Ori looks back at the burning can caster, then looks back to the 4 deaths. We should probably go help extinguish what flames are left. Then go pick up the others.
Are there flames left?
Yeah. Actually, anyone want to do a damage assessment?
Sure.
Sure. Well, first of all, do we have anyone in chat that wants to roll a damage die? Or do I need to pick on one of these guys?
Like
I see we have
damage
8.
die, or-
A damage D100.
Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to roll D100.
D100. It's just our standard D100, but this one specifically to how much fun Taz had here. It's just /roll.
Exclamation point, roll, space.
Oh,
marker.
that's what it is. 1 off. It's pretty rough. There's like that one strip that she had kind of breathed the fire on. Just everything it got hit is already kind of burnt down, and the things that were next to it are kind of burning. There are bits of fire about. It does look like there are also a significant amount of injured and deceased individuals that are about as well.
Hey, that's about as much damage she did to me.
Yep. She'll hold a
You just
hand
kind
up.
of see people still like in shock and panic. Some of them like still running through the smoke, not sure what's going on. People sitting with like dead relatives or just other people.
I'm gonna go try to help. Ari, you should go pick up Solomon and Patrick.
You don't want me to help?
I mean, we can, but it probably would be better with more hands.
Okay, be too long. Backs up and is going to teleport over to Tessa's Manor.
All right, so you're teleporting to Tessa's Manor back in Curzon?
Mhm.
Okay, easy enough to do. This is
She'll, upon arriving at the manor, she'll.
You do see a small bloody Solomon sitting on the front porch, just kind of not resting. Well, like just taking it easy, but not sleeping. Just sitting there, covered in blood.
Glad to see you're still alive.
Where's the lantern?
Deft has it. Or
No,
no, Ferris has it. Sorry.
no, don't put that on me.
No, my mistake. Ferris has it.
It's not gonna be my fault this time.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Where is Patrick at the moment?
At the cave.
Yeah, he's like down in front of it. He's kind of doing like a detailed drawing.
I am on the
prepping
other. I'm on the other side of the city. That's where I am.
at the bottom.
Basically, yeah.
Well, not technically the bottom. Technically your third layer, but you've gone down to a point. You're basically at the now severely limited Zognot compound that's been turned into this little recovery camp. But yeah, he's detailing out the tunnels and what he kind of had seen. So they're kind of like now they're organizing even more people.
Did Patrick say children next to me? The
That's a good
children?
question. Did you mention that to Solomon as you were going
I
about
think
the
you
news
were.
children?
I was there when he was explaining it.
I
believe
mentioned
so.
it. Would you have known about the attack last week? Is what I
Oh.
would have been mentioning about.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, then
You were there.
No, that's what I said. So
Solomon was there.
if you didn't
Oh, wait.
connect it,
I don't think you were live for that.
yeah, someone was there for that.
That was
Did
when
you
you
take one of
got
our
your.
souls?
He did take a piece of their armor.
Solomon has that back. Yeah.
He's still at the caves. Apparently, the creatures from last week dug into the tunnel.
creatures from... Oh, you mean from back by the tower?
Yes, we need to hurry though.
Okay. Yeah, if it's not one problem, it's another. Just stop by Gancaster and burn a chunk of it. Let's go get him and head back to the others. You guys have already told the people here, right?
About which problem?
About the children? You know, the monsters.
Solomon will actually stop at that one. Is that what they're called?
Is there anything I've heard them called?
Yes, we've informed them about that. Patrick has been helping with the map of the tunnel.
Okay, good. So where is he?
The estate we were just at.
All right, let's go get him. And as we...
You act like Solomon didn't start walking that way the moment you showed up.
And as we're walking, so what have you learned about this lantern?
It's familiar. I don't know. Feels like it's connected.
Well, what you guys missed. Tess showed up bright and early, started burning the city down, managed to lure to a field, injured one of her wings. An old associate showed up, a dragon slayer. Thankfully, she got away, I hope. She teleported, and then he went to pursue her. I can only hope that she's still alive. Is there anything you do remember about the lantern?
I think, as far as I know, it's just familiar or to Solomon, right?
Yeah, something about it gave you this familiar sense.
No, it just, not even the lantern itself feels familiar. It just feels familiar.
She nods.
That's a lot of D100s.
You see nothing. Huh? So you guys make your way down to Patrick?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so you go fourth layer to third layer. You make it down, I'm assuming, Patrick, you're what are you doing at this point with all these dwarfs?
Answering questions, I guess. Like, just making it's just like prepping like an expedition better than just, oh hey, we're research team 3.
You
Rescue
just
team 3. Yeah.
you see a group of these 4 individuals that are kind of sitting off to the side and like, hey,
Not everyone can have like...
they're still sensitive about research team 2, don't worry. All right, so what did the 3 of you do?
There you are.
He'll look at you.
Have you finished drawing their map?
Have I?
Yeah, this is the next day.
Okay. Yes. For now.
Anything else you need to? If
I'll
not,
look
gang.
at the door. Do they need anything else from me? I don't know.
No, you'd already they had maps already. You just had to mark up where
Okay. Yeah.
it kind of was, so it saved you a bunch of time. So, I mean, other than that, they're just asking you random questions at this point. One pokes you, like, in your chest, like, can you feel that?
What is feeling?
And the 3 behind him and him just kind of go, whoa.
um. Yep, I guess I'm ready for pickup.
She nods. All right. She doesn't know the actual range of the anchor, so I guess she's teleported to the field once. That's probably the safest and closest area she can get to.
Where do you want to teleport to?
The field we just fought Tess in. Because she
Oh.
doesn't know the range of the anchor. But she
Oh,
knows she teleported there once, so that's got to be outside of the range.
well, I assure you, if that anchor still exists, you'll find out. Yeah,
True statement.
so you easily teleport and you're out in the field.
All right.
Bloody Solomon, here you
She'll
go.
do a quick survey of the how much still needs to be done.
Yeah, I've already run off to help people.
And it would have taken us a bit to go across the city, so you've probably had a while.
Yeah, we'll get there. All right, so while they're picking everybody up, what did you guys want to do? How did you want to help Deft and everyone else?
Do you know where Omosh went? Or how he can track Tess?
I know he probably went to follow her. I don't know how he tracks her.
Do you have a way to track him?
I used to.
No, unless you know something where we can do that, I have no direct idea which direction we should go. Otherwise, we need to see to the town to see what kind of damage Tess did.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna start putting out fires.
I'm gonna searching buildings, trying to help any kind of injured.
Sure. Easy enough to do. So you kind of walk around. How do you want to put out fires, Deft?
Please suck it up.
Sure. Just roll a general D100 to see how quickly. Otherwise, you can just kind of walk down the street, eating one building at a time. Okay. Oh, and there's the firefighter suit. Very nice. Yeah, you start just kind of going. So you start eating the fire off some of the larger fires. It takes you some time, but you can do that for as long as you want. I just kind of spread about though. So between that and everyone else, the fires more or less become pretty manageable. I'd say within like 2 hours.
When we arrive back, we'll start making our way into the city. Hit up any fires that we see, in Ari's case, probably funneling it into itself to suffocate it.
Yeah, easy enough. Damage is pretty extensive. Probably like a good quarter of the walled city in the area, kind of where Theris's house and everything, the main part of it was damaged or fully destroyed. It's hard to count bodies so far because some of them you couldn't find. But there's probably like at least 112 people that died.
All I can think of is this is going to be a political nightmare.
You're not wrong. Oh, and you also do notice there is a large part of damage to the keep. It does look like she probably teleported here, got stuck in the anchor, and everything started from there.
Now the question is, did she teleport as a dragon into the anchor, or did she teleport, get stuck in the anchor, and then turn into a dragon to break out?
I mean, you could go investigate and make your own judgment. If you
If I
feel that'll
skid
give you
along the way.
information, you can do it. Well, you gotta like go over there and then go inside to where it was ish. Got to do an investigation.
Yeah, passing curiosity.
Yep.
Investigation. It would I lost that 20. I dropped the die directly on the border and it didn't go into the chat. It landed on a 20.
Based on the amount of damage, it is really kind of hard to say. You're not sure what would happen if such a big creature went in, but it kind of comes outward regardless. But you can't really tell if it was something like she grew out of or just was there and then broke out of. But the anchor and a large part of that building, it seems, are destroyed.
Well, that's not holding anyone anytime soon.
I know exactly where Theris lives.
Yeah, I'd say.
Have you ever been to Theris's house?
Yeah, we did a World Recall once.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been there twice.
How organized does the I guess rescue operations look?
For here or back when you were in the Dwarven City for their rescue operations?
Here.
Roll an insight check as you just are kind of looking about.
Oh, great exhaustion. Why did I do this to myself?
It's hard to say. You still see like a lot of people just like very emotionally reacting to this. There's just a lot of damage, and not everyone's taking well. A lot of people are very angry, especially angry at the dragons right now. They are kind of. It does look like they have a good recovery kind of on the way, and some of the soldiers from like the keep and everything are coming out. Everyone looks like they're starting to clean stuff up. It's just unfortunate it happened so quickly, and it's such a dense area because typically there's nothing like that or flying things over here. The biggest threat they ever had were just the zombies like everybody else did.
I don't know.
But your anchor works on large creatures apparently. So congratulations there, and Allie.
I think if everything's being handled fairly well enough, I'll just head straight to Theris's.
Yep.
And honestly, I'm using my echoes if it becomes tedious to travel.
It's easy enough. So you kind of make it in, and he has like a central courtyard that behind the walls that kind of lead into his house.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of walk through those, and it's fairly easy from there.
Is the lantern still on the kitchen table, or did that get picked up?
No, this technically is still on the kitchen table.
No, remember I teleported back, grabbed it, and then we were heading back to try to meet Ari halfway.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you look and it's gone.
Which, was not explained to Solomon at any point.
Mm-hmm. Well, Solomon probably wouldn't have known it was there anyways because they just randomly left it there. Because they woke up and were in a hurry to get out. But so he has that, but you don't see anyone probably at the house at this point. I'm sure within some period of time, one of you would go by the house.
I imagine that's where the meetup point will probably be once we're done with our heroics.
All right, so after you guys kind of spend time doing that, we'll say like a good 3 or 4 hours in total. You guys kind of go back towards the house to check on a few things and sync back up. What do you guys do?
Solomon would have left and then helped and then come back.
I'll read it over and takes a seat. Well, at least the whole town didn't burn.
Some of it did.
Yeah.
Well, whatever dragons are left, I hope they're ready for a shitstorm.
Audie just comes in and sits down on the chair, and she's completely covered like head to toe in soot. It's all black. She kind of like rubs her eyes and makes like 2 little clean spots on her eyes. Sits down.
Where's the lantern?
Glances over to Tharos.
Is there
Good.
still making coffee?
Yeah, I just thought about this. Did I was it public knowledge, or did I know that Tess was a dragon?
I don't think you did originally. Obviously, you do now.
Okay.
From what you would have known, basically, she kind of fled because she used to live at the Golden Perch and they had to kind of flee that location. So she was kind of like living in exile and she was just like a foreign noble. But you knew she was a wizard and you knew she was very wealthy and
Okay.
decently nice, it would seem. Other than like the whole last 24 hours.
I'm gonna definitely be looking for the alcohol and drinking a fair share of that as I process this information.
And he just kind of like puts her forehead on the table and like falls asleep for a minute. Power nap. So what's your plan, folks? I don't got any characters there.
Well, I suppose with Theros AFK, I assume he's still holding the large lantern.
Yeah, I would assume he has it.
No, I'm
she'll
back.
indicate-
I had the lantern. Remember, we were just talking about that.
Oh, he just asked you a second ago. Solomon was asking about it.
Actually,
Was I muted the whole time?
I believe so.
Oh, that sucks. Because I was like, yeah, remember I teleported back or recalled back to get the lantern. We're running to try to meet Ari halfway.
Yeah, we heard that part, and then he was asked after that, and then he was sitting there. So that's fine.
I guess I did not hear that part.
Okay.
I'm a little stuffy, so
that's fine. Let him have a look. I guess the two of you work together. See, I don't know what you guys can devise of that. Whether or not Tess is in there or what.
I doubt she is.
Why do you say that?
Because she was fighting the possession.
So that might be empty then?
I don't know.
All right, Solomon.
Yes.
Let me look at your card real quick. I will let you roll.
Oh boy.
It really doesn't matter, I guess. How about an Arcana or a Nature check?
Oh boy. Those are both 0, my guy.
No, I know. I was like, maybe one is higher. Like, oh, I guess not.
-1. I am so tired.
It's kind of the downside of not resting. You go to look at it and you just feel completely fatigued and zonked. This not sleeping bit's starting to catch up with you.
I knew it would.
Roll a D100 though, I will say. Because there's a bit of dumb luck potential for this
65. No
Yeah.
dumb luck.
No dumb luck.
Solomon just shakes his I can't focus right now.
You do look a bit worse for wear. Have you even slept? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. He just looks at you.
Room's down the hall over there. Go at least get some rest.
He goes outside.
Or you can go sleep in the dirt, sure, I guess.
All the little dwarven guards just kind of like look at him as he walks by. Like, something's wrong. What happened to that poor kid?
That's way too long of a story.
All right, so you go find a spot to kind of sit down. What's everyone else doing? What's your guys' plan for the day?
Oh, she'll look to the others. So, Patrick had some news. Apparently, he found some children, or some of the children, I should say, down that tunnel.
You talking about the ones from the monastery?
Yeah, those ones.
A problem I'd eliminated at one point.
Well, I guess they're not gone for good.
Well, not in this world.
Yeah, your world kind of sucked, though.
Just kind of shrugs.
There is only here and now and what we're gonna do with it. So we should probably deal with that. Though I don't know if can we just cut the head off? Would that work? The dragon?
Sorry, just kind of shrugs.
And he just kind of lifts
Yeah.
her head up. Like, we
Yes,
only
Tanya?
fought this dragon for a second. Like, what does this dragon even do?
It has tentacles.
So many tentacles.
She just kind of shudders a little. Ugh.
Yeah, I caught glimpses of them making that thing. It's not pretty.
And that was just the first version of it.
I think we're gonna need to call on a lot of friends to help us out with that one before we even do anything about it yet.
Also, Deft, you would know, just because you used to work with them, to some extent. The dragon is not actually the head. The dragon is just...
Oh, we gotta get the brain, right?
You gotta find a brain or whatever the lead entity of this is.
Alright,
There
guys.
was
Ahead.
there was a brain in the applesauce.
Brain in the applesauce?
Def just gets this far away look on his face.
The applesauce at the monastery?
The crisscross applesauce, I believe, is what it's called.
Wait, which monastery? I mean, yeah, it was below a monastery.
The
That's right,
applesauce
Deft from over there.
Jasper ate?
Deft never met Jasper, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I did.
Or when? Let's see. When did Jasper? Was Jasper in?
No, I don't. I think
Jasper came later because he did Arborist, then Jasper, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because his orb would have still had Arborist in it.
Mhm.
But when she says Jasper, she probably more. I guess it looks to Theris. I think Theris is the only one left. No, I guess Tanya would as well. What happens if you eat the applesauce?
Terrible things. Horrible. Awful things.
You did end up dead, although I don't think it was applesauce related.
You never know. Anyway, we should deal with Tess first.
Ari kind of places a hand over her heart. Whatever we do, I need to get my powers sorted long before we ever deal with that dragon.
Hmm.
And I don't know what I can really do about Tess.
What if we just get you new powers?
Hmm?
You know, just like go pick up new powers from the power store or wherever you sorcerers get it from.
My blood?
Well, I'm sure it's from somewhere, right?
I've always had a strong connection with phoenixes, but
And where Phoenix is from?
Arizona.
Yes, a
Close
mythical
but
place
no.
called Arizona.
Close but no. Not the answer I'm looking for.
the plane of fire?
The Plane of Fire.
So we should go to the plane of fire. Maybe Crimson is there.
I'm sure I could try to finagle a deal or something. How hard could it be?
You are the Lord of Fire.
I do like a little flourish with my hand.
She gives you a big smile. And take your hand. I misunderstood. One problem.
I really wouldn't mind visiting my old stomping grounds to the kingdom. I feel like whatever Satesh left behind was probably important.
Oh, also, as a friendly reminder, there was one other individual that wanted to speak to you about the said children.
Mm-hmm. And we do need to pay a visit to Gray as well. He might know something about that dragon. If not that, at least something about what's going on in Curzon.
Isn't he dead? I thought he was dead for sure.
As far as you know, he died.
No, he's gotta be like super mega dead.
So, only problem though about visiting any of those 3 locations, I don't have enough magic to transport us today.
Well, that should be okay. I can try to pester Amash as much as I can over the, what did you call it? Cellstone? That's such a dumb name.
That's the sending stone. She gestures over to Patrick. He has the cell stone.
What is even the difference? Does he have apps?
She just kind of shrugs.
Patrick, you got any games?
Roll a perception check.
He was definitely not playing.
It's hearing, so advantage. Good thing you never take that thing off.
He has to activate it, though.
Oh, okay.
Because one of the downsides, the reason why, if he hears a loud sound, it makes him go deaf, potentially.
23.
That's 23. You hear like beeps and boops.
Hey,
He's
Patrick?
like playing Pong internally.
He looks over at you.
Just trying to look into his big glowing eye for his secrets.
I think that's insight.
And I looked at him. And he looked at me.
All right.
Tell me your secrets, Mr. Patrick. I hear the Mario theme song.
It's definitely a theme song, but you
This
can't. But it's
this
new.
man got games on him. This man got games.
Holding out.
This man got games for sure.
It's very, very faint, though. You look crazy.
She just looks confused. Between
Oh,
the
I
two.
feel crazy. Yeah, I feel crazy.
So what's your next step? Since you can't teleport there today.
Well, unless you can get us to the plane of fire, I guess say we just take advantage of the fact that we're in a city for the night. Solomon sure looks like he could use the rest.
I mean, I know a pretty quick way to get to hell, but that's kind of a one-way trip.
That also only works for you.
Gives Theris a side eye. Maybe not just me. Just kidding.
Ferris isn't going to hell when he dies.
You
To be
don't know.
honest.
Theris has got a
Going
little bit
to
of both.
hell.
Ferris'
He-
sugar daddy's not in hell.
You forget though what's in the staff. He dips his foot in both worlds.
They're just gonna tug of war him. He's just
One
gonna
day
end up
I'll
in,
be a staff of my own.
We'll just play tug of war with him, and you'll rip up and end in the middle.
No. We'll see in another campaign, don't worry.
Caught in the void. All right, everyone. You get today off. Rest up.
I'm looking at you, Solomon. Go
Solomon's
to
outside.
sleep. Okay. Well, he's getting some fresh air.
No, he's
Also, just to point out, Baron and Patrick, you're finally reunited.
Yeah, and he's drinking himself to death in the kitchen.
You walk in, yeah. He's what you'd expect to see.
Yeah. Listen, I'm processing dragons. You know, there's a lot going on in Baron's head right now,
He may
including some fogginess.
he may be working on his artistic creations too, because he just was inspired recently.
Do you also have a processor? I didn't know that.
What? What's a
Well, you're processing. Don't you have a processor?
I don't even know what you're talking about, Rust Bucket. Do or would I understand?
No.
No, there's
Nope.
no way I would understand. Nope, I would never
No.
understand that. You're right.
No.
Rust Bucket, sometimes I look at you and I think to myself, are you really intelligent? Is there really a brain behind all that metal? Or are you just an empty, hollow, I don't know, bucket of rust?
Well, you're correct. I have no brain.
Oh. Brel, help us all. And I start chugging.
I like it.
Oh boy.
I give I slam back my drink and I go and I give Patrick a big ol' a bro hug, one arm around him, and I squeeze him and I say, "Now you listen here, Rust Bucket. Next time you go wandering off, you don't go wandering off without me. You hear?"
As soon as you can breathe underwater, sure.
All right, I'm gonna open up my cleric spell book and find water breathing. Gonna go ahead and add that to my list of things to do.
I'll be ready for you tomorrow. Ha ha ha.
Exactly. Just don't go wandering off underwater anytime today.
I believe you've only got water walking. Water breathing, I believe, is a mage spell. So if you don't have
Damn
a
it.
ritual caster,
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, well, I can
do
walk
so.
on the
Give him-
water
Techno-
above you.
Give him the snorkel.
Your
Give him the
demigod
snorkel.
can do it.
No, that's his snorkel. You think he's gonna give that away?
Give him the snorkel. For the
What's the story?
bromance.
Techno has a very sensitive set of lungs, and the air being taken out of them.
No, we'll say it's sitting on the table if they want to grab it.
I love the idea of Deft. Like, hey, Ari, I know that you have I know that you have a serious breathing condition. But you should definitely give up your breathing apparatus to Bairn just so he can be with Patrick.
All right. Also, Solomon, I need you to roll a D100 while you take a nap, unless you want someone in the audience to roll it for you.
If he's even taking a nap, that's assuming a lot, buddy.
No,
He said he was taking a nap. No?
He probably teleported to the roof and is taking a nap.
Yep. So this is a nap roll.
Yep. Let chat roll it for me. I'm doing horrible.
Go for it, chat. First one to roll a D100.
I'm peeling an orange.
I like the smell of peeling oranges. While we wait for our 100, because you're taking a nap, I got time to pick on you.
Scott, yep, there we go.
51.
51.
Not too bad. You're not sure if it's just taking a nap in the middle of the day or whatever it is, but no weird dreams like the last time you slept.
God, I can't even remember that.
So when we saw the three giant worlds collide.
No, I know.
Mhm.
It's been so long since he slept. It's like been a day.
Let's go make sure Solomon's actually asleep. Or getting some sleep. Then I guess we get some more alone time.
Was Tanya there when
You
Baron
have to say it like that.
paid all the money for the information on Deft? I think Tanya interacted with all that, didn't she?
No, she was upstairs in the room with Patrick, and we played chess, and I lost. It was literally just Baron and Astelarn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I was the only one down there.
Tanya will mention, just because it's the only person I can talk through, and she was close enough to this other proxy. She's like, hey, we should go ask that weird guy if he can help us too. Doesn't he know a lot about those things? What was his name again, Deft?
You're gonna have to be more specific. I know a lot of weird guys.
The guy on the ship with the hand puppets.
Yeah, Ari just kind of like narrows
The
almost like daggers.
the what?
You know, the guy on the ship with the hand puppets. He gave Jambo all the puppets?
The clone guy.
I wasn't there for that.
Oh, you weren't on the ship? You were on the ship, weren't you?
I was not on the ship.
Leah was on the ship, not Death.
Yeah.
She's like, come. She's looking at everyone else like, come on, guys, help me out. What was that guy's name?
Player
He had like longer blonde hair.
Started with an E. It wasn't Eskel. Eskel was the Dragonborn. What was it?
It does start with an E. Roll a history check, Techno.
Given her disdain for this individual, would this be an advantage?
Not specifically.
No.
Why do you have disdain for this individual? What did he do?
Oh, a certain puppet act.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
It's
didn't
like
like
she
his
tries
puppet
to think
show.
about his name. She just remembers the puppets and just like crosses her arm and looks quite annoyed. Or crosses her
I
arm.
just can't remember his name. Yeah. You know, I just can't remember that guy's name for the life of me. Like, nobody really? I should just shift my illusion. I believe that's a no. Nope. She's like, I shall let her roll a history check. She's probably gonna suck at this too, though. History. Edgar, Edwin.
Quinn.
Elwin.
Yeah, that guy. At this point, Burn, your ears perk up too because you remember all the money that you were offered for information on this individual.
I definitely kind of get a little bit closer so I can listen in some more. But I'm gonna try to not give away the fact that I recognize the name, in case it might seem suspicious that I recognize the name.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of draws your attention. You kind of pay a little bit closer attention to what's going on, and then Tanya's like, "Yeah, that guy was like an expert on those things, right? He was on our ship before
Yeah,
it
he
crashed."
I think helped make them. He was kind of the organism guy.
He also cut off his hand and turned to dust, so...
That's really weird. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really hang out with him much. You met him, he's a little,
Yeah, the puppets.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Eccentric?
Deranged? In an endearing way.
And just looks. I don't know. Jambo liked him, and Jambo had good judgment.
Man was completely insane.
May his soul rest in peace. Amen. I mean, I guess we could try to find him.
I wouldn't even have the first clue on how.
I don't know, I feel like there's a level that we're missing before we should go after this dragon. I'm just getting this weird feeling that we need to level up again first.
You hear a chime come from Patrick.
What's a level up?
Oh, he died. He died in his little game.
So many choices, but which will you choose?
Well, I think we've been putting off the Ari's power problem. We've been putting that off for long enough. We should probably make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm also starting to notice that a lot of things that we're fighting are immune to fire.
You know, Satesh used to have a thing for that. Maybe I could do that thing.
She kind of glances down at her right hand.
I'm gonna try to do that thing.
The other thing?
Baron, I need your help with something.
I
Do you remember those runes and sigils?
He didn't really use runes or somatics or components. He just kind of did things with his mind, and I don't know how.
Well, the tattoos on my arm let me steal some of the elemental's fire. Haven't been able to do it again since.
Have you ever considered hellfire? It's like fire, but extra spicy.
What's the difference?
Well, I don't think I'm immune to hellfire. I say this in a room full of my friends and allies who will not use this information against me. Yes? Good.
Someday, someone's gonna raid the fire to go kill Deft. Like, all right, we got the details from Tanya. We're gonna start.
I guess I've never tried to wield Hellfire before.
You've been hit with Hellfire before.
The little
I
one
believe.
warned us, do not
never
use
tried to
that or
wield
we'd be in trouble.
Mhm.
What little one?
Tanya.
Oh,
How do you go about wielding Hellfire?
oh, I haven't the slightest. I do normal fire. But I mean, Icon would probably know.
At the mention of Hellfire, Theris, roll a D100.
Chat, roll a D100 for me.
By chatting means Scott.
Yeah, Scott may be
Just
the
Scott's-
one out there.
Scott.
You never know when
Like
Excel
hovering-
is going to
Mhm.
sneak in.
Theris' staff is just like hovering behind him, writing in a notepad.
26.
So as you're sitting there, they kind of dull a little bit as you hear a voice come in the back of your head from the entity in your staff. And it explains to you kind of what Hellfire is. And so it's basically like a corrupted arcane fire, almost in a sense. It was developed in Hell as like a weapon against things because many things become resistant to fire. So they had to find kind of an alternative to be a stronger weapon for when they needed it. So this new type of magic was kind of developed. And it was created mostly by the entity that lives in your staff.
Nice. So, I'm going to mentally think back and like, can you teach me how to create it? Use it?
It's a little bit more complex, but if you were ever to go to one of my old laboratories, you could potentially find the secret.
You'll have to guide me to the location.
That is the icy, super cold layer of hell, where actually Ali last was. He used to be, Theris' staff used to be the lord of that layer before he was split in two. Half of his powers in the staff. Oh, basically his powers in the staff and his body is somewhere else. May the two never meet.
all right, Brand, we gotta go outside.
I'll lead the way.
Get ready to explode.
All right, so you're trying to replicate his art of removing fire resistance.
Yes.
Yep. It's so
Sure.
much for my long rest.
Ari will step outside with them and observe.
Oh, I'd say you're pretty tired. You're like on the roof. You can kind of watch this because it's early on, but you have no problem sleeping in the middle of the day, even with all this going on.
Oh no, but like a huge explosion is gonna get me on edge for a bit.
Haven't said anything about a huge explosion yet.
Deft did.
All right, so what do you do with Baron? Where do you have him stand?
I'm gonna give us like 100 feet from the house. Maybe a kind of an open spot if I can find it.
Like a bigger section of the road out past his wall.
Yeah.
There's nothing really left to burn over here.
All right.
This area didn't really get hit by the fire damage.
I'm pretty sure this won't be permanent. If it works.
Did you guys ever tell Deft you killed or disabled the Winter Queen?
Nope. I don't think we did. Don't think it's come up.
What did we do again?
Well, the Winter Queen is still alive. You worked with her very shortly as like a truce.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You stripped her of her powers when you guys killed the actual one. You you made her go crazy.
Hey, it's not our fault that her power source tried to kill us.
Yeah,
I do feel like I should warn you a little bit, Pinky. My immunity to fire is is a blessing from Brel. It's not a spell.
Yeah,
All right,
that's fine.
proceed.
All right, so explain to me what you try to do or how you try to embrace this.
Okay, so my thought process is I'm a squire of fire. This man is technically also a squire of fire. If you think about it.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I think he's a squire of fire if you don't think about it.
If you don't think about it, technically, his boss is a fireman-ish, kind of, not really. But
Like kindred spirits.
like kindred spirits, kindling spirits.
Oh, there you go.
You and I are the same, but not really, but we are. So, if I take what you have that is the same as what I have out of you, and I just kind of suppress it, maybe potentially this might work. So I am going to try to find the thing in you that is like the thing in me and just kind of put my hands around it.
Is my
So I
death
can't
ward
get
still
out.
active?
So your what still active?
Is my death ward? How long has it been since we fought the dragon again?
It's probably, well, it hasn't been
It's-
8 hours. Well,
No, it hasn't been 8 hours yet. No.
Okay, good.
You're like, I'm covered.
All right, I'm fine.
All right, and then who's going to do the fire? Are you going to do fire after, or are you going to have Ari do fire at him after you try to suppress him?
I want Ari to try to do fire after.
All right, so I need you to roll a D100 first of all, as you try to embrace this. You've seen it done, but you kind of got to go off feeling on this one.
38? Did that drop?
I didn't see anything yet.
Okay. Let me do it again. Maybe I dropped it too high.
The last roll I have
Okay.
is
Oh,
Tanya.
there you go.
I gotta
That's
take this
a
dog
lot.
out
That's
before he
nice.
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 All right. So you kind of reach out, and they're like, "Yeah," and you're kind of going through this, and you're a little bit over rationalizing your head almost as you sit there. You're like, "Okay, all right, you're free to try." What do you hit him with, Ari?
well, she waits for the go ahead. If
Yeah, give her a nod.
all right, hold still. This hopefully won't hurt.
No, hopefully it will hurt. That's kind of the whole idea.
You throw it, it hits him in the face, and you don't know what to expect for a second, Baron, but it does no damage.
Did you feel
Am I
anything?
supposed to be feeling something?
Can you at least pretend it stung a little bit?
Here.
I guess, sure.
Well, that almost was a 1.
It very clearly did not sting. This is very poor acting.
Yeah, okay, that didn't work.
Oh,
Oh!
the pain. Oh, it burns.
Earl walking behind Daft, kind of hold his right hand out toward Baron. And then she's going to kind of describe the feelings and thoughts that were going through her head when the spell triggered for her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get the whole doing stuff from your feelings sorcerer thing. I learned from books. This is weird.
Here, then let's try trying the runes then.
Were there runes when he cast it? No,
There
he
were.
didn't use any visible components.
Like, do you want to try it or not?
I think I need to think about it some more.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the help, Baron.
Yeah, thanks, Bird.
You're welcome. And I will excuse myself back inside.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I love how we asked Baron if we could
burn him.
throw some fire at him, and he was just like, "Yeah, sure,
You've been drinking all
no
day.
problem, guys."
I've been drinking, and
It's for Candlebright.
I wasn't entirely.
It's for Candlebright.
Yeah,
Mr. Candlebright.
Don't let Patrick hear that. He'll never let me live it down.
Oh, you know what I have to do now, don't you, Baron? Are you ready to see my modifier on this?
Oh no. Oh no.
I know about it now, and I get to bring it up later.
You
Wait,
just
hang on.
you hear this gear sound as a head pops out from behind a doorway.
Patrick, he told it to you. He was talking to
Oh,
you.
he did. Yeah, but he's so drunk that I'm just gonna play into it.
Very nice.
What are you talking about over here, Baron?
I put a drink in my mouth immediately to keep myself from saying anything I don't want to say.
Oh my gosh, you are such a dwarf.
Ah,
We're
well,
gonna be Tugnum.
you
We're gonna be a
see-
throuple with Baron.
Thruple?
We're gonna be a throuple with Baron.
Oh my gosh.
wait, hang on. I can get behind this.
I
You
don't think
ain't,
that was. I don't think
He
that's
just
correct.
falls unconscious on the ground and starts having a convulsion.
you ain't too bad looking yourself, Pinky.
I'm glad I'm long resting for this.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Yeah,
just
I'm-
bring home everyone
I'm very
that you're
drunk.
keeping their forge for.
Baron is, not Nick.
All right, so you guys do anything you want to specifically do this day? You guys want to do a long rest and get to your next day? What do you want to do?
So I actually do have one thing I want to do.
Yeah.
But it's shopping related. So if anyone wants to go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, shopping in the Dragon Destroyed Town. That'll work.
It can be more like scavenging, I think.
Well, here's my problem.
Depends on what parts were burned.
My infused armor is about to go away.
Hey, do you want to know something funny,
What?
Baron? I got Dwarven plate mail on me.
You do?
Yeah, you can have it.
Oh shit.
You have to do some work to get it converted to be more
Yeah,
fit as opposed to being installed.
Because in our character background, you put it on me, but now that that body's been broken, we've recovered it, and so you need to remodify it to fit you again.
Oh. Okay.
See-
Is there a forge nearby that I can get to work on?
And there's a lot of burning buildings.
Actually, to be fair, I don't really actually need all of the equipment of a forge because I can heat metal and I can do a lot of the stuff with magic by hand.
Mhm.
So I don't necessarily need a fully working forge.
Roll a investigation check as you just were about today to see if you found one.
Investigation. Ooh, a whole +0. Damn it, almost a 20.
It's hard to say. You didn't see any specifically. Perhaps if they were there, they may have been destroyed. But you can always ask theirs.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go talk to Theris about finding either a forge or some equipment to make like a makeshift forge.
Mhm.
Skinny one, Theris. You got any spare rooms? Perhaps materials that could be used for forging. If you're speaking, I cannot hear you.
There's. Taking dog out.
Mhm.
Oh, did he say BRB?
Oh yeah, he did a bit
Yes.
ago. Yeah.
I guess Ariel grab a hold of Death's arm, rest her head on.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess I'll wait for Theros to get back and I'll ask him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, that's good timing. I just sat down.
hey, we'll go back.
Yeah.
I was asking you if there was a forge room or equipment that could be used for forging anywhere in your house.
Do I know where it wouldn't be in my house? Do I know where in the city would be open, or where I could use my rank or something to give him access, get him access?
So there's probably 2 good locations that are in town. You're not 100% sure if they were damaged or not. Worst case scenario, you could probably get him access to some of the ones at the keep. But you'd have to walk and see. The keep's probably the most likely scenario, just because it probably is in better condition. But the other 2 may be open.
We'll head to whichever one's closest first.
Sure. Roll a D100.
Chat.
See if we lost our smithies or not.
Then I don't know what delay
No.
anybody. There we go. Hey, first time roller.
Hey.
It's a 78. Welcome.
Okay. So you kind of make your way over. You're like, all right, this one I've heard good, and you turn. It's completely toasted. You go through. You do find the other one. You don't see any people there though. It's a little bit damaged, but most of the equipment's there, but no people. You can take it as you will.
Well, they could be out, but don't want to just use their stuff without permission. So I guess we'll head to the keep.
Alrighty then.
All right, so as the 2 of you head over there to get him inside, you do notice a very interesting display in front of the keep. There's a very large protest going on currently with probably like somewhere between like 200 to 300 people complaining about the dragons and wanting retaliation and just general dishappiness about the situation. But you can approach and get him in easy enough. So you get the arm from Patrick and go set up?
I
All right.
I will
That'll probably take you the majority of the day to kind of fix it. Roll a D100.
all right. I will also leave my fate up to chat. Chat wants to drop another D100 for me. I only like to make sure that I roll my own drinking rolls. It's really all I care about.
Well, speaking of which, since we haven't had any combat, roll me one.
I'm a dwarf, so I get advantage.
Oh, there's a
Proficiency.
37.
Damn it.
Nice. You do get your
37.
proficiency modifier on that 55, so we're good. So yeah, I would say it probably does take you through the night, but as you continue on, you are able to kind of retrofit that armor and get it back into a suit of armor rather than basically attachments that were kind of connected to Patrick's body and frame.
Excellent.
You come late that night, you come back extremely exhausted. But with armor.
Yes. So let's see. I think, just to be clear, I had 3 infused items. All 3 of those are going to go away, right?
After his, like another day or 2, I think they're gone for good.
Okay.
They lose their enchanted abilities.
Okay. Wait,
Right, so
they lose their enchanted abilities? So are they still armor? What happened?
Yeah.
I don't really.
it's not enchanted.
Oh, they're not enchanted. Got it.
So, like, if you had the shield of repulsion, it'd just become like a normal shield.
Got it. So infused plate. So the armor, the infused plate of arcane propulsion would just become plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. And then because I'll still have the I was actually gonna ask how, if I need to replace the shield too, but it just becomes a normal shield. That's fine.
Yeah, so you complete the dwarven armor that night. Anything else any of you guys are doing?
She'll grab Duff's arm with her head on the shoulder. Any plans for today?
I'm eating oranges.
What are you munching on, Kate?
They're orange.
Oranges.
Come back to me.
Mm.
Hold out that girl.
I'm surprised it
Well,
wasn't
that-
cookies.
Probably dropped him. All right, let's see.
Anyone else?
Solomon's napping. Patrick, you're probably hanging out near Baron, I'd imagine. Or no?
Yeah, because I have it on me, so I'd probably help assisting.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the
Easy
next
enough to
major
do.
thing would be Theris's analysts on the lantern.
The legend lore.
Yeah, I can finally do that.
So here's a question for you. Do you drop him off and go back to your house to do this? Or are you doing it there with just him and Patrick?
I figure while they're working, I know nothing about smithing or care about it, so I would go back to my
I just
place.
had to confirm. So as you drop them off there, they're working on their stuff, and you head back. After probably a short period of time, maybe like an hour or two. Aaron.
Aye.
Well, as I live and breathe. Good to see you, Baron.
I turn to look at who's addressing me.
It is Sir Astral, the guy that paid you all the money.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Moneybags, I mean, Sir Moneybags. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Astral, no worries.
Sir Astral. It's good to see you again. How have you been?
Not bad at all. I had heard that you guys had been in town, and I was just very excited to see you. Like,
well,
I heard Theris had dropped you off. Is he still about?
He's the skinny one's not quite interested in all this foraging and smithing and all. I think he's a bit intimidated by how large and heavy everything is, and he is a little scrawny, but yeah,
But a good man nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, he's a man. I'll agree with you on that. He may still be about. What you need him for?
Oh no, I just wanted to catch up and say hi. I'd heard about the attack, and I heard you guys had helped put it to a stop. So I just wanted to say thank you very much.
Oh well, the pleasure was all ours.
He just kind of smiles and goes, "And who's this fine young old gentleman?" Okay.
Yes.
Sure. I'm not sorry. Sure, exactly what you are.
Sir Astral. This here is Patrick Rust Bucket. This is Sir Astral.
Pleasure to meet you. Do you prefer Patrick or Rust Bucket?
None of those I feel are my name, but either works.
Well, pleasure to meet you nonetheless.
Are you a lord?
Oh no, I'm more of a advisor, but also a wizard. Yes.
I told Patrick about the money, right?
I don't. Did you say it came from Sir Astral?
I don't remember what I told you because when he paid me all that platinum, and
I think you
then
guys talked about it.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
we talked about like you having money. I don't think you talked about where you got it. I don't remember you
Right.
talking about where you got it.
I thought he did because I thought he said there was an opportunity for a lot more.
Yeah, I thought I did because I think I told you about it. How he
think you
mentioned.
did.
Yeah, if how he mentioned if I find or if I learn of anything of how's it it's Satesh, right?
No, he wanted you to,
Or-
if you heard anything about Eltwin. So basically,
Oh,
he
that's
gave you
right.
like 75 platinum, I think, in total for all the info on Deft and just trying to entice you. And then basically, he alluded to the fact that if you find Eltwin, what he gave you for that would look like chump change.
Yeah.
Right. So I definitely told you about that. About if we find anyone named Eltwin and why that's important, but I don't remember if I said anything about Sir Astral.
Yeah, I don't.
Probably
either.
not. No, you probably just
Okay.
said someone offered you money on the
Okay.
job.
It
In that
wouldn't be the first time you probably came to me with like, "Oh, this guy offered me money to do something. This is so cool."
Okay.
Mhm.
In that case, I will say, Rust Bucket. Sir Astral is the one who asked me if we could find any information on Eltwin. He would be very, very happy and very rewarding of such information.
Yes, any luck by chance?
Not a lot of luck. We've been a little bit busy fighting demigods, maybe gods, and dragons.
Demigods and maybe gods, indeed.
Yeah, I don't really know. I just know we got our ass kicked.
I heard it was very unfortunate. Do we know where this dragon came from?
Well, apparently the dragon. Actually, before I disclose that information,
Uh-huh.
I want to insight. Do I feel that saying anything about the dragon being Tess would be? Do I feel like he's a trustworthy or doesn't have any malicious
Let me find out for
intent?
you.
He gave you so much money, dude.
He did. He gave me so much money.
Does it matter?
He can probably roll with advantage on this.
Sure, let's see. Natural 20.
Okay. Yes. Well, apparently the dragon was Lady Tessia.
Oh dear. Is she
I know.
alright?
I have no idea. She vanished. She left.
Why would
I was-
Lady Tess attack the city?
I have no idea. I didn't even know she was a dragon. I was as shocked as you are. Maybe even more so.
Poor thing.
I
What of her small child?
Oh yeah, what happened to her child? Wasn't
She's back home.
wasn't her child in the care of the like those guards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Her child is at last I knew was safe. Was being watched over by. Was it the king or the
No,
lord?
it was
Or
one
it
of
his-
the lords.
It's one of the lords. He's being watched over by one of the other lords.
Oh,
So as
Oh,
far
poor
as I
thing.
know, it is unfortunate.
she's been through so much already. Well, I have to get about with my business, but he kind of looks at what you're doing. Best of luck with your work. See you guys around, and he just kind of waves and goes about his business.
Aye, you have a pleasant day yourself.
All right. At that point, we'll go through our lantern now. So Theris gets back after dropping them off. Team Lantern, what are you guys doing?
Gonna start prepping an area, get it cleaned up and consecrated to do legend lore.
All right. Who all's there for this one?
Not me.
I will be present.
Unless Ari drags you somewhere.
Sorry, drags me somewhere.
Just have to ask, do you have any plans for today?
I mean, I found this really good-looking orange that I kind of want to see how much I can put in my mouth at once. Other than that, not in particular.
She just kind of giggles. I'm sure we can find something. Big place.
Mostly burnt down.
Yeah.
Who's home right now? Tanya? There is. We could go bother Solomon.
I think he needs sleep.
We could go bother Baron.
He went to a forge?
I like forges.
I mean, I guess.
I have a feeling you've got something in mind that you want us to be doing.
How about we go see the sunset tonight?
The sun setting over a half-burnt town. Now that does sound lovely.
The smoke really does add to the effect, though. I can tell you from personal experience.
As someone who lives in California, it really does make it look nice. You just gotta ignore the possibility of people burning alive.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go see what's up with this weird lantern thing. And maybe we can go out for a bit.
Alright.
I love it when the two of them spend time together. It's the best.
So when
I'm in danger.
When are they rolling to steal in hundreds?
Okay. So, while they head off and about, Theris, you finish the ritual. Tanya's kind of there with you. Think this will work?
Hopefully it'll reveal something about it. Maybe we can help Tess out for whatever seemed to be possessing her. Or maybe even recall her with this. I don't know.
I'm down. And she just kind of like sets up next to you to kind of observe what happens. All right. So as you cast Legend Lore and complete your ritual, you watch the object kind of begin to glow. And your vision kind of just goes dark. And as you open your eyes, you get like flung through. You don't know what it is. It feels like you're almost like traveling to like a different plane. But it's weird. It feels different. It's like watching several images and things going in like extreme fast forward. And you like all of a sudden kind of slow down as you move through like these clouds. And you just see this dragon kind of just sleeping. A big, probably like ancient red dragon. And it's just in a cave. Roll a history check.
Damn it. My mouse drugged my entire
I hate it when that
character sheet
happens.
instead of the D20. Why is it doing it? There it is.
Look, that dragon looks slightly familiar. Although bigger than the last time you saw it. This is the dragon from the Delph. This is Lord Nafagan. You like that?
Yeah. Say, I know that name.
Mm-hmm. You're the reason he's there in this rendition of that universe. But he looks like he's unconscious, like he's just breathing. But that's the vision you get. And then as you're kind of almost spirited back to your own point of view.
So I'm
It
curious,
looks like
does it make me think that maybe this was the other personality trying to control Tess?
it would push you to that. And based on the fact that you know it's an anchor, this anchor is probably tied to him because he is from this world. So the presence of this being, or at least the consciousness, was in this lantern, or is coming through this lantern. But for what reason, you wouldn't know.
Do I discern any way of or vision of how the item is used?
Mm-mm. You just see that it connects to this, almost as like it is part of the creature itself.
As I'm doing this and seeing it, I'm going to kind of hold on to it and
Mhm.
close my eyes. Lord Negaven, can you hear me? I'm going to try to concentrate on the image that I saw.
As you sit there, you speak out. You're not sure anything's happening, and all of a sudden you just see like this little creature walk into the room. I'll say when you're calling out to it. If you kind of look down and there's like this little kobold like and like looking around for whoever this voice is coming from. So apparently your voice is going through there. But unfortunately, it seems that his consciousness is not there, or he is in some sort of resting state. Or he's busy.
But I pick up a kobold that's in the area that the dragon is.
Yeah, like he's probably like one of his like minions. Because everything that was in that area got banished with him. So there was like a bunch of kobolds and other things there that he's probably just like enslaved. So it's just like a little attendant kobold.
I concentrate and reach out again. Servant of Negaven, hear me. If you can,
You watch up as it points its finger towards its chest, like looking at like, who, me?
do I get a visual when I'm doing this?
For now, we'll say.
I didn't know if it was like the camera on the other side. Like
We'll
the
say
scene.
this is beforehand, before you disconnect. You kind of like get there and you start like trying to interact with it as you hold the lantern.
And like if you can find some way to communicate, either in common or your own tongue, get message to Gancaster, to a man named Theris, where your location is, and we will wake your master.
He just kind of like scratches his head. He understands nothing of what you just said, and he has no idea what Gancaster is.
Tanya, do you know Draconic?
Not any nice words. Def taught me a few.
At that point, I just
Yeah.
I put it down and
Only
I'll-
taught her swear words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see if we'll have to do this again later. Apparently, it can connect to a great dragon, but it slumbers and has kobold minions that can hear my voice. We could find out where that is. I think it may be tied to what's happening to Tess.
Well, based on the fact that you know what it is, you actually probably have a very good idea where it is, because you are at one point banished and bound to exactly where it is.
Lava Storm?
Yep. He was bound and banished. That's where he got sent from Cello's spell.
I'll have to contact
You guys
Leah.
got sent there too. So he's on a different world. He's like in Leah's world and timeline.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wait till everybody gets back
Mhm.
to drop that news, and then we may have to contact Leah.
All right. So as you wait for that, I'll pick on my two lovebirds before the end of the day. So, you guys are walking around. What are we doing?
That is a good question.
Nice little burning sunset action.
Probably start with a bit of a walk and then food, because I don't think either of them had any time to eat.
Sure. You don't see a lot of places open given the circumstances. However, almost a fitting way for you. You do see that there's like a bakery that had a fire rage through it, and there's like some burnt baguettes that are on the front porch. Just sitting there, just saying. If you want to like have a walking snack.
Breathe in that crisp ash air.
I'm uncertain how she would feel.
Yeah, other than that, the only food you really find currently, like anyone doing anything, like if you find a tavern, you can probably go into like a general tavern that's holding people. And then there's like a couple of these soup locations set around town where they're like giving out blankets and soup to people that lost their homes.
Yeah, we won't hit one of those. We'll head like a tavern or something.
Hey, there's never a better date than going and sitting with all the people that are the victims of losing their homes.
We're on a nice little stroll through this like decimated neighborhood. Just having a good day.
These two tieflings, these fire-related tieflings.
Just basking in it.
They're walking on fire. All right.
Sections of city that weren't burnt.
I will let the two of you choose. I want one of you to roll a D100.
All right, do you want to roll it or should I?
Either way, it's going to be my fault, so it doesn't really matter.
You rolled one earlier. I'll take this one.
All right.
4, slightly above 50% margin.
So as you guys are walking, trying to find, you do find an area that has less damage, so it's a little bit more accessible. And as you're kind of just like having a good time, you see walking right across the crossroad in front of you, heading in an opposite direction from you guys. Sir Astral just walks probably maybe 30 feet in front of you, like cutting across the path that you're heading, but going past you before you get to him. What do you do?
He's not coming towards us. He's going away from us.
If you were going a little bit faster, you'd run directly into him. If he doesn't notice you while he's walking, then you could probably slowly just go and then continue past him. But right now, he's in front of you.
Here's the thing. What if I want to run into him?
Or just like stops for a moment. Is that Astral? In a hushed tone.
Oh shit, yeah it is. Hey!
You yell out?
Yeah.
Just roll a d20. Seemingly doesn't even notice you. Like, you let out this very timid, like, hey, your voice almost like cracks. And you just kind of see him continuing.
I'm just imagining there's someone on the opposite side of the street, like just past Astral, yelling, "Free baguettes!" Yelling over him.
When you went to yell, you inhaled a bunch of ash. And not the one that's normally in your
Bro, I've got
lungs.
plenty of that in my lungs already.
No, I mean the people ash.
At this point, roll an insight check, both of you.
I love insight checks.
13.
18.
You notice, because you're paying attention to him and you're behind him as well, there's someone following him, like maybe 15, 20 feet behind him.
Oh. I want to follow them.
Okay.
We're following them now.
Sure, let me get a street map. All right, let's see. I feel like we have a good one for this one. Do, 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 do. That's not too bad. Do I have a better one? Nope, we'll use this one. Cool. Bye-bye arrows. Oh, I gotta clean this grid up, though. I can't do this to theirs.
Don't make me bitch.
All right. So we'll reuse this one. Gamecaster's not quite this nice, but it's a quick and easy map.
Especially after the recent fires.
So for general, we'll say that you guys are kind of like on the right side. So let me grab the two of you. Say Deft and Ari, you were kind of like walking up this road. Let me get him. I actually got to put his card on here. There's Ash. So you see Astral kind of heading like this way. Or like right here, actually. And the other one. Where did it go? I guess we could hide test for now, too. Don't need Olash. Perfect. Almost there. All right. So you see the individual in front of you. You see Astral. What are you guys kind of thinking and doing?
What does the individual look like? Yeah.
I'm putting its token on still. This is just me asking you things while I grab art.
I get the feeling that he, I assume he probably grabs him by the hand and just like bolts off to start following or shadowing this person. That's my assumption.
No, I've got nothing to hide. I'm just gonna be casually walking this way.
All right. So let me clear these really quick. So we don't have to see them. Okay. So we'll say Astral goes first in this one. Both you just roll initiatives in chat. We're not actually going to go through turns just to make it quicker.
The two of us really have a pep in our step with this.
All right. So it will be Astral. Then it will be Deft. Then this guy, and then Ari. So for Astral, just kind of doing astrally things. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just kind of keeps walking. Deft.
I put a hand over my mouth and I'm gonna cast message.
Sure.
To Astral. Hey, you know you got a guy following you, right?
And he just kind of, he watches, he kind of stops. Deft, is that you? Are you following me?
He would.
Gotta wait 6 seconds for a reply.
That's all he gets.
Mhm.
Next.
All right. At this point, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Why am I not seeing? Oh, 40. And it looks like he kind of like reaches under his robes, like he's trying to grab something, but that's as far as he goes. All right.
You know, this man is looking awfully suspicious. So not really getting the full context of what happened or what's happening. He's cast a spell. I will just kind of step forward a little bit. And I suppose, she is going to. This guy looks like he's fast walking currently. Like he's
Nope.
trying to catch up. No?
Like he's walking faster than Astral, but he is very nonchalantly doing it and looks very in place and just being very quiet about it.
Are we following?
Yeah, I kind of want to see how this goes down.
Do we intervene?
Maybe. Can't be having any hooligans in our fine city.
Well, I suppose
Hooligans.
that'd be too overt. So she's just going to ready to follow alongside Deft here as he moves up.
Sure. That brings us to Astral's turn. He kind of like looks around, doesn't see you. Let's see. He just gets like this kind of like smile on his face, almost like he's playing a game. And he's just gonna kind of like sneak this way. Just kind of like keeps an eye. Let's see. Okay, he just kind of hangs out there. Deft.
Um. Hmm.
You see him reaching. He's reaching at something underneath his robe, but you can't see what it is yet.
Okay. If only I had X-ray vision like a cool wizard that I met once.
Indeed.
Hold on, wait a moment. Deft would never claim Leo was cool. Who are you and what have you done with Deft?
Oh no! His consciousness has been possessed also. Tick tock, tick, Deft. He's getting closer.
Dude, he's just got like a sandwich under there that he's waiting to take a bite of. I know it. 10, 15, 20, 25.
And Ari follows along with you from her health reaction. So you see Astral kind of bank up and around the corner, out of sight.
I'm gonna
Just
say, if this guy pulls out a weapon, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him if he's in range.
Okay. All right, that brings us to his go. Roll D100, Deft. Or you can have chat to it for you.
Too late. Show me the sandwich.
All right. He's going to go this way. Roll a perception check, too. As he's walking, you do see like something almost sticking out of the end of his sleeve off his robe. 15, 20. He kind of sits here and you see him start looking around. Seemingly lost direct line of sight on Astral.
Did I see what he had up his sleeve?
It almost looked like he was holding like a bug or something under his sleeve.
A
You saw like
bug.
almost like a little scorpion stinger that you can view like moving around. Could be like a poisonous insect or something.
Yeah, you know what? That's weird. I'm just in range. And I take it he hasn't seen me yet.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast my hold person that I held. And since he does not see me, I have a perk that gives him disadvantage. Since he cannot see me.
Go for it. All right, so you gotta cast whole person on it.
Mm-hmm.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Mm-hmm.
As you go to cast it, it feels weird, but you just see this individual just all of a sudden just cease up in the middle of foot traffic.
Okay.
What do you guys do? You move any closer?
I would imagine so.
Well, it's Steph's turn.
Yeah, I moved 30 feet. I used my action. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15 more feet. That's all I want to do.
All right. His turn goes. He stays where he is. Does he get a save at the end of his turn or no?
Yes.
Sure. Go ahead and force your thing on him one more time. Still a failure. All right.
Moves up to follow and readies the same action.
All right. Astral's out of
Steph
sight. You
is
don't know
out.
what he does. Deft, your go again.
I'm gonna try to get a better look. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. How tall are these buildings?
They're probably like 12, 15 feet, depending on which one.
Okay. So 30, and I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. With my movement and bonus action to dash. Then I'm gonna peek over the side of this house, see if I can scope it out who's over here.
Which side? The left side? The north side? Which side?
I'm looking over here for Mr. Astral.
Roll a perception check.
Perception.
Doesn't look like you currently have line of sight on him.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna use my action to hide.
Sure. All right.
I suppose
27.
I'll also roll your save on him again.
she doesn't know exactly where he is. I don't think. 1, 2, 3,
That's a success.
6. And this is about where he vanished, so she will follow suit here. Though nowhere near as well.
An excellent stealth check.
All right.
She tries.
So she moves up. Your turn again, Deft.
I like to imagine Deft actually like hid behind the roof, whereas Ari just like kind of ducked down on top of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of kick my feet up and observe. Kind of leaning on my elbows. I just
All right.
want to see where this guy goes now.
This guy immediately like looks about and starts running this way. Ari's turn.
Let me give you one of these real quick. Tap.
You like trip open.
I'm under the shingles.
Are we following him?
Nah. I'm not that invested. Though it did look like he was up to no good.
We should follow him, Bet. Could be fun. So we'll go a little bit higher. 3, 2, 3. She'll fly over. Kind of get a high view. See what you can see.
As soon as you fly up, you see this guy running through the road on the other side of the buildings.
Alright, but that is her movement and action, so I think she can.
That means Steph's turn.
Okay. Let's see. 5, 15, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. My goal is to... I saw him duck down this alley. My goal is to intentionally bump into him, but make it look like an accident.
Sure. All right, so you watch as you end your turn. He just kind of comes up. 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. And he's like making his way quickly that way. Ari's turn.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2. She'll kind of like keep to the or keep above the rooftops and just kind of keep an eye on them.
Mm-hmm. Deft.
As I'm just kind of running this way, I'm just gonna bump into him.
Sure.
Oh wait, no, before that. Can I summon Sog?
Yeah, if you want.
Yep.
You left him there. I've been in that cave that whole time.
He was a brave little scout.
You said 2 minutes, buddy.
I gave him 2 minutes.
You've left me here for a day. You forgot me.
Oh, I didn't forget, I promise.
Right.
I want to bump into this guy, and I want to plant Sock on him.
Ooh, all right. Roll a sleight of hand check. We haven't done one of these in a while. This is fun.
It's a good thing you're really good at that. I'm just imagining the logistics of planting a ferret or a weasel.
He's a weasel. He's little.
And squirmy.
All right, so let's see if he notices. Probably not. No, he does not notice at all. Wait, actually.
I'm so sorry. And then I'm gonna keep.
Oh shit!
running
I
this
take it
way.
back. Hold on.
Huh?
Let me check my wisdom. Nope. He rolled a natural 20, but he has absolutely no proficiency. So he notices that you bump into him, but he seems a little too distracted. Kind of just looks at you and gives you a dirty look for a second, and then like continues walking.
Yeah, I'm going this way. This is so dumb.
All right, and he continues walking on. So we'll take it out of combat order. So basically, this guy starts running down the road, and you guys follow. How long do you follow him for?
Oh, I don't want to follow him.
Okay.
I got my little spy.
And
Okay.
seeing his death has broken off, Ari will.
Ooh, thanks for the raid.
Hey, thank you for the
Ooh.
raid. Appreciate it. Welcome.
All right, so the two of you kind of hang back a bit, and you use Sock to kind of figure out where this guy is.
No, I want to look through Sock's eyes as he
Huh?
rummages through his belongings.
You look in this man's pocket. He has nothing in his pocket other than Sock. He seems to have no belongings.
What did he have up his sleeve?
Seems to be in his sleeve.
Does he have like baggy sleeves? Or would he be noticed if Sock tried to infiltrate the sleeve?
Sock could try to roll a stealth check if he wants to move around more.
Oh my goodness, yes. I believe in my
Picturing
boy.
one of those moments where it's like when you have someone freaking out about a spider trying to swat it, and then the spider disappears, and there's a sigh of relief, and they turn away from the camera, and it's just like either a big spider or the spider's on their back or something.
Dude,
Same thing
I
only with Sock.
was trying to catch a mouse like last year, and I lost it. And I was like, dude, I can't find this mouse. It just vanished, and it was up my sweater.
Ah, that's horrible. All right. So you roll a stealth.
I don't have a Sock in my cohorts tab.
You don't have a
Where's my
weasel?
little man?
I thought
He's hiding. His stealth check is too great.
He's hiding.
I feel like I made a sock weasel.
I'll just roll a d20.
That's fine. There's a weasel card.
Oh my god, it's a 4.
So as Sock like tries to climb out of the pocket, he sits there and he goes to climb, and he just like falls onto the ground.
Oh, he's got a +5 to stealth though.
Oh, he can get back. He just
I know what I'm
That's
saying.
good.
That's a 9.
well done. Natural 1. Okay. So you're sitting there, and as he's kind of moving around, this guy kind of stops for a second, is like adjusting. And Sock gets an opportunity to go in. As Sock goes into like where his sleeve area would be, he is carrying a weapon under that robe.
What does it look like?
Looks like a sword or a short sword or a dagger, potentially. But you don't see that bug.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, he just kind of looks strange. And he's going to go into like this close by building, and he kind of like tries the door and looks around, and he kind of like bumps it open and knocks his way in, and then shuts the door behind him.
I still got eyes on the inside. What's he doing in there?
Looks like he's hiding.
Oh.
What do you do? All of a sudden, Sock notices this guy starts taking off like his heavy robes. Roll a dex check to avoid being discovered as he.
This chick.
Natural 20. The stealthiest
Sneaky.
boy ever.
I want Sock to say in a very scary voice, "I saw you," and then he's gonna go poof.
All right, so you look, you can pop your head out, and this guy is very scrawny and has like all these tattoos all over his body and up and down his spine. And then you yell, "I saw you," and he just kind of like panics and looks around the room, and you poof out.
Well, that was fun.
He comes back, gives you a high five.
High five.
Hmm?
Paris.
Harris. He's moonlighting. All right, you leave the individual and head back and go about your day, or
Kind of want to see where Astral went.
it's up to the two of you.
I want to spend like 5 minutes just looking for Astral to see if I can find him, and then I'll give up if I don't find him.
Yeah, you look for 5 minutes. It doesn't look like he kept going.
All right.
It looks like, but you never see this guy come out of the room.
A lot more of this city was burned than I thought.
Yeah, we got some rats scuttling about already.
Did you find out anything?
Just kind of a weirdo.
Oh.
I had fun though.
She smiles. Yeah, that's a little exciting. Beats a random devil barging in and burning your bedroom down.
Though I've got to admit, I've been thinking about that half-burnt baguette for the past like half an hour.
Oh, food would be so good right now.
Hey, maybe you can find some without any human remains on it.
Yeah, we go wandering around still.
All right.
Then we go home.
So you go on around, find a bit of food here and there, and head home. So as you guys get back, Theris has his discovery of what he had learned about the lantern. Probably Baron and Patrick, you guys get back probably like an hour or two even after they do, just as you spend the night working. So as you all make it back to Theris's home, what do you guys do for the evening before we rest and move to our next target?
She'll wander in, take a seat in the chair. Did you find anything?
By this time, am I fully rested?
Oh yeah, you were fully rested by like probably like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
All right, Solon. Crap, I don't even have paper to leave a note. I'll figure it out.
We just come back and there's like these sword etchings in the wall. Went to go get lunch. Be back soon.
So it appears this lantern may be tied to a great dragon lord, but it's one in Lava Storm. Remember when we traveled there? So we may need to get a hold of Leah. I think it may be the other personality taking over, Tess.
That could be a problem.
Very possible. That's all I could discern from it. I got a vision of the dragon itself and its lair, and I tried to use the lantern to communicate with it. It didn't wake from its slumber, but one of its minions, a small kobold, reminiscent of one we used to know, couldn't really understand me, though. I tried getting it to send word to us, but then I I thought about where it was.
Your client just disconnect Techno? Or did we lose Techno?
I think we lost Techno.
I think that's a safe assumption. You left her speechless. So what time do you eventually come back that night, Solomon? Because this is like way later in the night now.
What time do people stop?
Probably when it gets dark. Most of the immediate recovery kind of gets halted. You know, they got people, some places to sleep, some food. Fires are out.
I'll probably stay for quite a bit longer.
Okay.
Yep, there goes Techno. But I think the later it gets, the more likely I'm using my echoes to scout, save energy.
Actually, that's an interesting thing. Roll a D100, Solomon.
44.
Am I back?
Yes.
Figures. It looked like it was going to be a DNS problem that was going to take a bit. And the moment I go to get up to get a snack, I just hear Discord. But hey.
Mm-hmm.
So, how much of what I had said was heard?
Probably none.
Okay. She said, we're going to have to wait for Patrick to get back. And then she goes to reach into her pouch to pull out the sending stone, realizes it's not there, and turns to Death.
Sorry, I've been trying to get in touch with Omosh. I hand it back.
It's okay, you can hold on. That one's, well, Omosh has one. Best not let him know too much. I think Patrick's the only one that can contact her, though, safely.
Patrick is the only one with call security.
All right, so what's the plan?
I guess, for the moment, sit around until Patrick gets back.
30 bucks. They got 2 hours after you did.
Okay.
Pretty fast forwarded.
Ah, well, alright then. Patrick,
Yes.
could you relay something to Leah for us?
Do you not have any way of contacting her yourself?
My stone Omosh can listen in on. Can't listen in on you.
All those stones are connected.
Aren't you magic?
No, yeah. I thought the cell stones were independent of the regular.
No. They're just in the more improved version.
He doesn't know you don't have sending.
I'm working on it so they can individually call one another instead of the whole group. We're fine-tuning it. I need that satellite in space.
You have teleport.
It's just a satellite, right?
I want to build a rocket.
Maybe if we get Tess back together, she can help you, and it can be a Tesla satellite.
Boo!
Nick, you secretly love that.
Okay, that was great. I'll admit it.
It was good.
I didn't want to admit it, but it's actually pretty good.
It won't be too long before she builds like a one-tunnel highway. Then
No, what I'm doing is I'm sending the Jambos to space in a rocket so
Space
they can work
Jambos?
on my satellite. Yes.
That's why we needed so many Jambos.
hmm Apparently, they don't live very long in space.
No.
Well, okay,
Tanya does notice the armor you kind of come in with. Baron, like, did you make that out of that scrap? Impressive. What else did you guys do today?
What's the message that you want to send, Leah?
there's
Well, basically just relay everything I told you and see if it's something she thinks she can help out with or wants to be part of, since it's her home plane.
Okay, I guess I'll see if this whisper would get Leah's attention, because as far as I know, she just has it on her fireplace mantle and is not trying to pay attention to anybody.
I gotta send after message really quick. Hold on.
She's sitting on the couch playing Tetris right now, and her stone just starts buzzing. Ding, 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 ding. Incoming call, Patrick.
No. She has that sitting in a anti-magic field.
You have one collect call. Would you like to accept?
All right. So, send your message away. So use the experimental feature to do the one-to-one calling with the other enhanced unit.
If you want to go on about that, if anybody has any bits, because I'm going to be thinking about this for a bit.
Sure. Okay. So think on that.
Why could I just imagine? She does keep it in an anti-magic field, and the one time she takes it out to go work on it, that's the moment we call. Yeah, no, I guess the next part is for you to kind of that. You resting, Solomon?
Solomon's not there.
Tom's not there yet. Solomon isn't back yet.
Is Solomon still on the roof?
I thought I saw him walking off a little earlier today. I think he was going out to help. Probably just is out working, I'd guess. You know him.
I'll go check on him. And she'll peek outside, confirm that he's not on the roof.
Like, everyone had a way more entertaining day than we did theirs. Like, they made armor. Looks over at Deftinari. Not sure what the two of you did, but I could only guess, and just kind of winks.
We followed a guy that was following another guy.
Just kind of nods. So, you got a lantern? But
Do I receive a message?
is that the one you want to send?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So, as you send the message, you hear a click.
I know what you did.
Go ahead, Leah. Would you
Oh
like
my
to
god, I need to
state
set
what
up
it
a
is?
voicemail.
It's
No,
probably
no.
like the kids on the phone.
The voicemail is, whatever it is, no. So I feel like that's something Leah would say because she knows it's us.
That or it's like the background noise of when she was building it and she was trying to work on it and it didn't actually work and it just recorded like background noise of Bergen. He just
I cannot come to the phone right now. If it's important, call back later. If
I'm gonna roll a D100 to see if I've set up a voicemail yet. Lower
Sure.
50 I have. That's close enough. That's close enough. It's not a good voicemail, but there's a voicemail.
Mhm.
It says, I am not available right now. Please call again later, or don't.
And then you hear Jason's voice in the background. Or don't. And then you just hear a beep. And that's it.
They are unavailable.
Well, so all we need to do is take the soul or whatever from that's from the lantern out of Tess and put it back in. So how do we do that?
That we've got to figure out. So I figure if we can either speak with or destroy Lord Negation, then that may fix it. But that will be no mean feat either direction.
Like his body?
We can always try diplomacy first, but this is connected to. I haven't figured it out yet.
Man, it'd be really handy to have like a ancient wizard or something here right about now.
I can barely hear you.
I was a bit away from Mike. She said, it'd be really handy to have like an ancient wizard or something here right now.
Not many ancient wizards are the worst.
They know stuff.
I know too much.
True.
You used to have an ancient wizard in a very large gem, and you left it at the monastery.
And he knew too much.
That was Satesh's original mentor. We took their applesauce and left a man in the gem and never came back.
Well, I guess. Do you know where we can learn more about this?
Find out what?
Do you know where we can learn more about this? I mean, it deals with dragon souls. Maybe the Golden Perch?
That would probably be a good
Library?
place. We can attempt that.
Well, that's something. I won't be able to get us there till tomorrow.
Just as a reminder, the Golden Perch was taken over by Tyros.
That's fine. Tyros doesn't hate us, right?
They hate the dragons. You're not sure.
Well, as long as they
As far
haven't
as you
been
know.
Well, they may want to help us get there and destroy one then.
As long
Gancaster is currently merging with the Kingdom of Tyros. So, I mean, for all intents and purposes, they may not be nice, but they don't dislike you necessarily.
As long as they haven't been hosting some book burnings, hopefully things should be okay.
You will have to use that teleport spell to get there, though, if you wanted, because the circle was destroyed during the siege.
Which won't be until tomorrow.
Can I get my toll of resurrection reduced by 1?
Yeah. What time do you eventually make it back to the House of Solomon, or do you stay out and about?
After it's been maybe an hour after I've found anyone.
Okay. So eventually, oops. 5. Oh, my number lock's off. I never have number lock issues until you guys got me playing WoW with you guys again, and now my number lock is always off from auto run. Okay. We got that all set. You're to 5. So eventually you make it back. Everyone's kind of probably still in the general vicinity in like the general areas of Theris' house, having some food, some drink. It's kind of looking. You see sitting like in the middle of everyone that lantern on the table.
There you are. Where did you run off to?
I went to help.
Oh. No, I'm glad to hear.
And he'll go double check that lantern because I was exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Just one more look around that lantern.
All right, so now that you've rested, I've been waiting to take a second crack at this. Go ahead and roll an Arcana or Nature check, and you can also do an Investigation check in addition to those two.
Yeah, I already failed our nature. Let's do Arcana
Sure.
and
That's
investigation.
not horrible.
It's another 0. Oof.
Hey. So you're not really 100% sure. Like something seems strange about it, and as you go to investigate and you like touch this lantern, you guys watch as Solomon kind of flickers a little bit, and he temporarily flickers and like to what he used to look like is the older adult version of himself, and then he flickers back into the kid version. It's a very akin for those of you that have ever experienced it. For those of us who are older, like when you used to have your cell phone by your computer speaker,
Oh, God.
and anytime you get a call, you would absolutely know when it would come in. It's a lot like that.
Feedback loop.
Yeah, you're experiencing feedback loop right now.
Do I feel that?
You feel like a little, yeah, you feel the presence because you're used to feeling like your temporal little echoes.
Mhm.
You all right?
Theris, roll an Arcana check as you're watching this.
That's nice having one competent magic user with us.
It kind of clicks to you as you watch it. You've been trying to figure out like how this works. Like, is this like a soul anchor? What exactly is the key to this? And then you piece it together the minute you see Solomon touch it. At least to an extent. This is a temporal anchor. And then you kind of think back, because you're not exactly sure what the time difference between Leah's dimension and your dimension is. But as you put it together, this anchor is like a teleportation point through time to this specific plane. So by using a dragon that came from your plane, from their time, they made like a bridge through time that they could teleport through. That's how they got there. So that lantern is
Thanks
the
for the follow.
focal point that allows them to more or less connect to your time and find it. It also gives adverse affection interactions with Solomon because he is also full of temporal fun. So it doesn't have anything to do with the soul or a direct connection. It is just an anchor more or less to the consciousness of the creature on their plane that they're bridging to get to this anchor point, hold it open. Him getting out just happened to be a happy side effect after they vacated.
And I assume there's exposits that.
Up to him.
Yes.
You also would derive that if it can be a focal point for them to focus on to get from their time to your time, you could probably use this to focus to him to get to their time if he really wanted to. But you need a lot more help than just you guys to figure that one out. You need to go like the Arcanum or Leah.
So this is a teleportation beacon?
Sort of, but through time as well. I don't quite understand it, but that's what I'm piecing together.
Well, I guess that leaves us with a few problems. We need to, one, get rid of this thing, and two, get the dragon out of Tess.
Can it be used to send it back?
I don't know, do I know of any like archmages or anything in Gancaster?
Sir Astral.
I was about to say, would Astral be able to help?
You could always ask
But
him.
I don't know he's in town, so.
Gancaster is not like specifically known for its magic users. They have a couple, and he's like probably one of the better ones they have. He also, because your kingdom's kind of merging with Tyros, he's kind of lent more of his stuff towards Def's brother's cause and for the other kingdom. So he has kind of escalated. He is a good archmage. Other than that, the people you know the best would be him, Leah. Unfortunately, Ali's not here. Ali was actually the head of the Arcanum in the area where your keep is located. But obviously she's gone. Tess was a good resource. Baynor is a good resource. You don't know Baynor as well. Baynor is more familiar with like Leah and Jason and some of the party. Dolman Bane. You could ask some of the Tipsy Fox wizards if you really wanted to from this timeline. They're actually actual wizards at this point. They're not like a mixed match crew like we are.
Hey, Dustin, you give the good recaps. You want to try to recap for chat real quick?
Sure. Let me pull it up.
You can
and see
just
what the
type in
rest
there
of
if you
them-
want.
Yeah, I'll type it up in there.
Well, there's Baynor, or the wizard from Curse. You know, the guy who made or put together the Dell. He might know something about this. After all, he was the one who put the dragon there in the first place.
So we probably need to speak to all the ones that we've brainstormed over to piece everything together more properly, because I doubt one's going to have a specific answer.
Yeah, the only real mage you knew who is really good at time magic is dead.
So I guess, where do we want to go first?
What would be the closest?
From where we are, if you know that Astral's here, Astral would be the closest. Other than that, let's see.
I say I don't know any high mages currently in the city.
Tipsy Fox wouldn't be probably one of your first go-tos, and they're off on the coast.
Ari knows Astral has casted the spell, but I don't think she knows that he's a wizard.
You would know Astral's a wizard for sure.
Okay.
The only other place that's close, because it is based where Eastern Gamecaster used to be before they gave it the Arcanum, would be the Arcanum. So the place where your new home is, that is like the new headquarters for like kind of like magical oversight. Not that everyone participates, but
Well, we saw Astral today. I don't know, he was a wizard. Other than that, I mean, I guess close is relative. Tomorrow, anywhere can be close.
and it's like, which one was Sir Astral again?
He was the one that teleported us off the blimp, or off the airship.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that one.
Wasn't that Astaroth?
That's
Am I
like
getting my
big wizard.
Sir
A's
Astro?
mixed up?
Astaroth is the super wizard that you ended up getting Strix from.
Astral, Astaroth,
Astral
Alistair.
Astral
is-
is the Gangcaster wizard.
Yeah, so if you're asking like that out loud, Theros will explain. He looks like this. We met him here and here. Say if he was available.
Patrick and Baron, you also know you met him today too, but you don't have to say it out loud.
Oh, I already said.
I will not say anything.
I know you won't say anything. Patrick is your wild card, though.
I give Patrick the look.
Problem is,
You look at him and you just hear beeps and boops going off, and it sounds like there's music playing.
What kind of beeps and boops? So like 8-bit
Roll an
video
insight.
game?
It's like the original Pitfall music.
it's Tetris, clearly.
Oh, dude, I hope it's Tetris.
Yeah, roll insight.
Insight? Okay.
Yeah.
Please be Tetris.
I'll whisper it to you.
Yes.
Space Invader. But he's
The
playing as
problem
the
is,
invaders.
I haven't a clue where we could even find Astral. Somewhere in Gangcaster, but
He's here?
well, yeah, I just said we saw him earlier.
Yeah, we need to track him down.
There's also
If you
some-
recall, Baron was given a little stone that can contact him,
oh,
so he
right.
can snitch on me in particular.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. Hang on, do I have a note on my
But you have one.
Okay, let me add just an item that just says Sir Astral Direct Hotline.
Sir Astral Cellstone.
It's not a cellstone. I copyrighted that. It's in the books.
What's the plan and when are we moving out?
We're trying to figure that out. I know you're eager.
Solomon just looks at you. We'll go to his bag and pull out one of the nutrient beads that we still have.
Oh, from this? Nice.
Yep. We have 10 left after I eat this one, and he'll head back out.
Where are you going?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people still need help out there.
Yeah. I guess he's just occupying time. Probably has a lot on his mind.
All right. Do you want to rest tonight and figure your plan out in the morning? Or do you figure it out and then rest?
Well, what's Baron's reaction to when Death pointedly mentions to him that he has the stone? And the reason for it.
Well, I wouldn't say it's really quite characterized as snitching. It's more of just keeping an eye on Pinky for him, you know?
You snitched on me and he gave you money. It's okay. I forgive you.
I appreciate you forgiving me, Pinky. But that's kind of besides the point. Did you need to talk to Sir Astral? Would you like me to call him?
Is he the wizard we want to try?
If you have a way to contact him, yes, please.
Ah, well, certainly. And I will contact Sir Astral. I'll take the stone out and I'll just be like, all right, now How does this thing work? Just like poke it.
If you don't know how to work it, I can probably do it.
Hang on, I can figure it out.
You're like, I think I do this one, and you're like, and all of a sudden it gets like hot for a second, and you're like, and you drop it on the ground.
Well, I'm resist. Is it heat? Okay, yeah, I guess I'm not resistant to heat. I'm resistant to fire.
Well, it doesn't hurt you, but like you feel like just get warm, and you kind of like drop it to the ground, and you just watch like this illusionary image appear above it.
Obi-Wan, you're my only hope.
Oh, hello everyone. Oh, Deft, there you are.
I wave at him.
A long time no see. We've been so worried about you. He's like, oh, give me 1 second. And all of a sudden you see the illusion flicker away, and then you just see a little bit of light appear, and then he appears inside of Theris's living room. Ah, you know, it's a shame about the anchor, but it really does make it much more easy to get around town.
Oh, that it does.
It's like, Deft! And he comes over to give you a big hug, Deft. Roll a D100, Deft.
Uh.
Most awkward hug ever. Most awkward hug. He lets it linger a little too long, too.
Yeah, great to see you. What were you even doing in town?
Oh, well, I've still been serving my duties to Gangcaster until it's disincorporated, but I didn't know you guys were in town until I'd heard you had apparently fought off a dragon. And I didn't realize, he looks over towards Baron and Patrick. I didn't realize that was Lady Tess.
Yeah,
Harry
that's
kind of shoots Baron and Patrick like a dagger-like glare.
Already
Yeah.
perception check.
That was hardly Tess anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why I had him contact you. This, and I kind of stepped to the side to reveal the lantern sitting on the table. What I can piece together is an anchor of sorts, but place and time, and need some help figuring this out.
He kind of looks. That is interesting. Conduit to link between times? Huh. Do you have any idea where it goes?
It's another plane. Did we ever learn the name of that plane, or other than Delia's homeland? Say it goes to a land known as an area known as Lava Storm, or a great dragon, Lord Negafen, by name, from what I recall. But it's on another plane of existence.
Doesn't ring any bells. I mean, it's not impossible, though. So you think this is what impacted Lady Tess?
I get the feeling, and what I can piece together, that maybe this Dragon Lord for lack of a better term, is his consciousness is trying to take her over. I don't know if that's to establish a hold on this plane, or what the connection is yet.
That's interesting. It's like, I mean, potentially you could destroy it, which could break the connection. I'm just not sure what effect that would have on Lady Tess. It could simply break the connection between the consciousness of the creature and her and restore her condition, or it could leave her in that state permanently.
Yes.
Although you could
Nobody
potentially
knows.
take advantage of the anchor and use it to travel the opposite way as well.
But to what end?
I don't know.
I
I'm just
really
thinking out
don't
loud.
want to go to Lava Storm again, you guys.
I honestly would say to avoid trying to ever mess with time. Every documented case goes very poorly.
So, I guess my question would be, how do we get the big dragon out of her?
Oh. Well, it doesn't sound like she's possessed. If it's just linked to her consciousness, I mean, any number of spells that potentially block mental connections might work. In fact, that would be my first go-to. If no connection can be made or hold sway over your target, then it might be easy, or it might remove the connection altogether.
Didn't Leah have a thing for that?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Leah. I saw Leah last. I heard she was in prison. I'd paid her a visit, but I heard she had broken out and is currently on the run.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
So do you know any spells like that?
Oh, me? No, not specifically. I dabble a little bit outside the scope. While I do dabble in many studied spells, I also am quite adept at healing magics as well. But as far as this is a bit beyond me. Not really good at blocking mental connections or things along those lines. Didn't you, what happened to young Leah? And like looks around the room.
We parted ways a while back.
She
had
died
plans.
in a house fire. And the
Are
kids
you
too.
like, are you just
No,
gonna
I
note
don't
this down
say that.
harshly?
I
I was
don't
gonna say that may not be a bad lie to tell him. You never know. Well, if this is Leah's world, this definitely could be something. But and he kind of thinks out loud. But I mean, I'd be willing to help you. I'm quite busy. But you guys have done a lot for Gangcaster. Might as well have us all go out with a bang, no?
Let's try and come back.
Maybe
from
not
this
a
alive.
bang, but
Good one.
Hey, by the way, I'm pretty sure that guy planted a bug on you
What guy?
that was following you.
Oh, I thought you were just playing games with me. You do not know how long I looked for you?
No, he had a knife and a bug. You should
Oh.
probably check your clothes.
Oh dear, and he kind of like starts looking through his belongings. Doesn't seem to find anything though.
Do you think it's like a invisible magic bug?
Magic bug.
a good thing this house is warded.
It's like that should certainly help keep you safe.
Say, what were you doing in Curzon?
I had been contacted. I had been told that Leah was in jail. And no one had heard from you guys in some time, so we came to make sure everything was okay.
No, you talked to Baron before Leah got arrested.
No, I had talked to Leah was the first person I visited. I talked to this gentleman a night or two later.
Am I misremembering things?
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
You are.
The first thing that happened was Leo was arrested.
Mm-hmm. That was his first visit in.
Oh. Oh, right, yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hey,
it's called Hero Brain. Don't worry.
Minecraft?
bro? Minecraft.
Hero Brain in Minecraft?
You're right.
I think Deft's dying.
I can hear it from here.
Yeah, yeah, they died. You're welcome, guys. I killed them.
Didn't even have to roll for it.
Damn, not again.
I turn to dust and go to hell.
That was too good for you.
But no, I'd be more than willing to help you whatever you're trying to accomplish. But no, I definitely think that's kind of the best way I would approach potentially helping her, unless you could think of any other spells that might block that connection.
I don't think
Other than that, I mean, you could potentially travel back through and kill the dragon that it's linked to, but I'd be careful of that as well, because if you break the link, it might not work to get you back home.
Well,
At least in our own time.
I could probably still get us back here, you see now. Let's focus on...
Well, you could potentially get here, but when would be your issue?
point. I guess let's focus on trying to help Tess with whatever kind of mind playing spell we need.
Sure. So that's part of your plan. Where would Tess be located?
That's the other trouble. We don't actually know where she is anymore.
Ah,
Well,
And Omosh, and I kind of turn and look at Deft. Also tried to kill Tess and was chasing after her. That's why she fled.
yeah, we might get a present on the doorstep if he gets his
oh
way.
my, you say I'm not familiar.
It's for the best.
Can't follow her through
It's a
teleports, right?
Rakshasa.
Oh. Ugh.
He's really good at killing dragons.
Gosh. Isn't that one of Satesh's lackeys?
That's neither here nor there.
And I just kind of, my eyebrows raise, and I just kind of keep looking at Deft.
I feel like I've... Yes. No. Dragon Slayer, yes?
That's an apt term.
How so?
It's fitting. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen this individual kill dragons? This
Sounds
kind of
like
like gives you
I
this
saw him
investigative
severely
look.
injure Tess in a short just a short bit.
I am going to refrain from incriminating myself in any further events.
That says more than a no.
You know, you sound more like your brother all the time.
How is he, by the way?
Quite well. His health has been good. He's got a new lease on life. How is your other brother?
Good.
We've not heard of any status on the young prince in some time. I do hope he's okay.
Oh yeah, no, he's all right. Trying to keep a low profile.
Fair enough. Well, like I
Did
said,
did Edgar figure out who he was? He did, right?
Who?
Edgar,
Edgar?
my brother.
Oh, but what do you mean who he was? Not sure I understand.
Oh, okay. Well, doesn't really matter all that much.
But, if you have a moment, I would like to talk to you. In private, of course. Just smiles at you.
You know, as well as we know each other, I don't know if I'm ready to spend a private moment with you quite yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose.
I suppose we can
Excellent.
talk, though. Okay.
Do you want me to come with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, child. It really is for the prince's ears only. You understand.
I mean, we don't have to talk.
Like, as you wish. Your brother would like for you to return home to help put an end to this civil war. You're the only one who can do so. If they knew you were still alive, the legitimacy of everyone else's claims would be of no issue. And I have a feeling everyone would support and stick behind whatever your decision were. But if you remain in hiding, your fiancé and your brother will probably run the entire kingdom into the ground, not to mention Tyros and probably Gangcaster. And we'll all get caught up in this debacle.
Fiance? She kind of glares over toward Deft.
Yeah, not really my choice.
Don't worry,
Satesh kind of had a whole pretend life going on for me.
as of right now, he's legally dead anyways. Fear not.
About 5 times over by this point, huh?
Yes, it's quite impressive.
I need to take care of some things first before I can even consider that.
Hmm.
As much as I'd like to get back,
I
I've
understand.
got a lot of wrongs I need to try to set right.
I would just say don't let things simmer too long. One of them will come out on top of this eventually. Hopefully with some sort of a kingdom left. That's you're right. They both are quite capable. It's like, so should I return tomorrow to help you with this, or do you need my assistance with any magic to make whatever your goal is happen?
Any assistance would be welcome.
Tomorrow, though. She looks toward the window, holding one of her arms. It's getting pretty late.
Yes, absolutely. You guys have been busy and had a long day. I'll leave you to it. I have a few things I need to look into. I'll see if I can find any source of some sort of mind-blanking potion or spell, perhaps.
That'd be very helpful.
My absolute pleasure. I'll probably be gone for a day or two. Probably going to go stop by the Arcanum and see if they have anything. But if you're in town, do stop by. Other than that, I wish you all a good evening. And he looks over at you, Deft, and think on what I said. He kind of nods. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
And departs out the front
Good
door.
evening.
And you watch as he walks away from the house. All right, what you guys got?
Well, that gives us at least some kind of plan. We need to figure something out for trying to find her.
It's like, I'll leave that up to you. I can't. Not really good at finding people.
Nor is Ari. I don't know, if this lantern is linked to that dragon, maybe it can be used to trace it or something?
Certainly try.
Was she coming after us?
Or she just kind of shrugs.
Why did she come here? Did she want something?
I don't know.
Very good question. All right. Anything you guys want to do, or do you want to go into your long rest for the evening?
That's it's getting pretty late. Let's get some rest, reconvene in the morning, see if anyone can think of anything.
Do I have time for a quick AFK?
We're gonna pause here in just a second, anyways.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys go, you take your long rest. I'll do that now, and we'll pause there and pick up next week when we decide where we want to go to find our dear friend. Wrong button.
Before we do end up resting, though, Ari's going to want to have a chat with Deft. We can either do that, or we can do that next week, though.
Sounds
I just
good to
need
me.
to remember to do it.
Cool.
Also,
Well, I'm sorry.
go ahead. No, nothing important.
Oh, I didn't know, were you finishing up a little RP or something?
No, I was just going to say Solomon does not return to the house.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody who hung out with us. Appreciate it, especially all the new folks and the people that rated. Very appreciated. And we will see you tomorrow night, midnight central, for some grimdark action where they hopefully will finish up the infernal theater they're in and maybe put a stop to that. So check us out then. And anybody wants to give some love to the YouTube channel, trying to get that growing a bit, it would be very appreciated. But have a good weekend. Night.
Good night,
Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Good night, everyone.